Hey everybody, have a look at this horse video. So this video is a perfect example of Nietzsche's concepts about victimhood and how nasty it is for our society. So this has to do with consent and the covert contract. So we have the dog owner over here, and the dog owner is being treated especially nice by the person on the horse. They got one of these nasty little terriers running around underneath of the horse. And the covert contract of the victimhood, that's coming from the dog owner. They expect the person on the horse to have a lower quality of life, to spend a bunch of time dealing with a bunch of bullshit because they're too stupid to do anything about their dog. That's the covert contract that these dog owners are expecting us to be part of. And they use this so they can play the victim later on. So 5 or 10 minutes, this horse is sitting here getting harassed. The horse rider's getting harassed, and the woman on the horse is being super nice. And part of the way this covert contract also gets created is we kind of incentivize these dog owners by just being too nice with them. We actually have every right to defend ourselves against these dogs. We have every right to say something. When a dog owner comes out into society, comes out on a trail like this, or a supermarket, or a public park, or a bus stop with their dog that's causing problems, they have given consent to us to be criticized and critiqued and to be put down, put in their place for causing all kinds of problems. But when they get critiqued or when they get put down, they act as if they didn't give that consent. And the consent is another huge part of this whole conversation. So in this horse video, finally, after the dog chases the horse for many minutes, the horse rider finally gives up on waiting for the dog owner to do something because they can't get this stupid dog on a leash. Now the dog owner is going to play victim. Like, oh, you should have done this better. You should have done that better. You're the one that works at a stable. You're the one that owns a horse. You should know how to deal with horses around dogs. So all of a sudden, the consent that this dog owner right here gave to everyone by bringing its dog in public, all of a sudden they're going to say, oh no, I'm not consenting. I'm not consenting to being criticized. Because now they're being criticized. The person on the horse is saying, hey, you screwed up. I gave you every chance. Your dog bit my horse. You had no ability to get your dog under control. It's your fault. You should have done something more. So the dog owner over here, this consent part, they expect you to do everything for them to help them with their dog. That's them giving consent. Like, you need to adjust your life for my dog, okay? So the dog owner is giving you consent to do all kinds of stuff because they're expecting you to adjust your life. But then when they get critiqued, when they get told what they should have done, they don't want to be told. They don't want to be nothing. So they expect you to help them by suffering. But when you want to help them by giving them advice, like, hey, put your dog on a leash. Hey, your dog shouldn't have bit my horse. Now they want to pull their consent away because then they can go play victim. They can act like, oh, this person hurt my feelings because they critiqued my dog. That's this whole consent part of this victim playing thing. They love to run around and give consent by expecting everyone to do everything for their little dog, bend over for the presence of their dog. But the second you say one little thing towards them about what they should do better, nope, I didn't consent to you saying anything about my dog, and you're such a bad person. And that's exactly the way this little horse video plays out. So have a look at the Nietzsche video, and then watch this video, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking to you about. So many of these dog situations, they work out the same way. They have a covert contract. They expect everyone to just deal with their dog. They expect everyone to adjust their life for their dog. And then they expect everyone else also to consent to all the crap that their dogs bring into the world, and we didn't consent to this. The only people that are giving consent to actually be critiqued and be pushed around are these dumbass dog owners. You bring a dog owner into, or I'm sorry, you bring a dog into a situation where a dog can make that situation become a living hell within 2 or 3 seconds, then you're the one that's given consent to society. It's like if you walk down the road with a chainsaw idling and you're revving it, you're giving consent for the police to stop and say, hey man, what are you doing? That's not safe. If you walk down the street with a loaded firearm and every 5 miles of your walk you fire 3 rounds into the air, you're giving consent for the local people to call the cops on you, to come out there and say, hey man, what are you doing? That's dangerous. Those bullets can fall from the sky. When you do stupid crap out in society, you're giving consent to other people to, confront you. So dog owners and people that are confronting dogs, you have every right to confront that dog owner, because these jackass narcissistic people with their covert contracts that you never entered in, they need to be critiqued, and they shouldn't be allowed to hurt people or hurt horses.